is the start tapes itself. It's very important you all get a good start, and also that the starts are fair. If you cause a false start, we're not going to actually exclude you today, but what we will do is pull you back behind everybody else and at 90 degrees to everybody else. So they will go, and then you've either got to turn sharp left or sharp right to go. Well, you'll actually be beside them rather than behind them because they're stones. But there's going to be no advantage today of pushing the tapes or anticipating the tapes, because if you get caught and if the start people say it's you, there's no argument, it's their decision. You're behind the start and you'll be about 50 yards behind everybody else. And I think when you look at it overall, it's the only fair way to do that. Your front wheel should be 3 inches from the tape. We don't want you 2 foot back and rolling in, because all that's going to happen is you're going to roll onto the tapes, he ain't going to let you go, you're going to roll onto the tapes, he's going to point to you and you're going to be behind everybody else. So get there, 3 inches from the tape and sit still. Red flag, if we need a red flag today, it doesn't mean the race is stopped. We've got a red flag down the other end and this end as well. Don't stop at the scene of the accident, just come back here and await instructions. Most of the time we will put you back in here, there's some spare pit boxes, we will put you back in here, we'll generally let one race go and then let you go again. If there's a lot of bikes damaged and it's not somebody's fault, we will try and hold that race. If somebody comes and says, give us 10 minutes, I've just damaged my bike, we will try and give you a bit of time to do that. We want to be fair to everybody. Yellow flag, it doesn't really matter whether it's waved or not. If there's a yellow flag out, it means no overtaking. Hold your position. If anybody gets an advantage while a yellow flag is being displayed, I will take that advantage away from you. If you carry on racing at a stupid speed when a yellow flag is out and you endanger a rider that's fallen or a marshal that's on the track, it will be an exclusion. So just ride sensibly if a yellow flag is out. I don't intend to let 4 laps go with the yellow flag out. We will try and move the obstruction from the track. Rerun races, and I'm not talking about tape breakages or false starts here. If it's a rerun race after a lap or so, generally we will bring you back in here, let you cool your patches off, refill if necessary, and let the next race go. Cause of the stoppage, those of you that know me anyway, eastern and southeast, know that the cause of the stoppage is going to get excluded. There's no doubt about it, the cause of the stoppage will get excluded. If we are not sure, if there's 2 people on different lines and you come together and we're not sure who the cause of the stoppage is, we will put you both back in, so you get the benefit of the doubt. But if there's no doubt in our mind as to who it is, then you'll be excluded from that race.
Altogether, or just that race? Just that
from
race.
That race. Oh. If we have to stop that race, you don't go in the rerun. Markers, the track is big, it's wide. There shouldn't be any excuse for going outside markers today, either inside or outside. If you do, particularly on the outside, if somebody uses the outside of the markers to drive down the straight, then you're getting an advantage from that, and I will take that advantage away from you. Generally, by docking you back a position or 2 positions, whatever I think you've gained by being out there will be taken away from you. The final positions at the end of that race will be adjusted accordingly. Also, hitting the pegs as well, they are alkathene, in theory they shouldn't come out. But if you keep hitting them and they do come out, and I mean persistently hitting them, and by persistent I mean hitting them more than once, if you every time you go into the corner you're smacking all those markers, that will be penalised as well. You will lose positions by that if you keep hitting the markers. If there's any blatant course cutting, it will be an exclusion. If somebody just goes wildly inside and goes back on the track, that will be an exclusion. Overtaking the rider in front mainly applies to sidecars, but can apply to solos. The chap in front chooses his line. It's up to you to overtake him. I don't want you to go in there and knock him out of the way. If you go in and knock into the side of somebody, you'll get penalised for that. If I think it's dangerous, you'll get excluded. If it is just a gentle nudge and you carry on with the throttle and push him out of the way, or you go under somebody and you drive them out of the way, that will be gaining an unfair advantage. So you'll be penalised for that. But if it's really dangerous, it'll be a straight exclusion. Protests, if you're not happy with any decision I make today or any decisions that I don't make, there is a protest procedure which is £50. You can get the forms in here. It needs to be £50 in writing, and it needs to be within 30 minutes of the incident. So it's no good waiting to the end of the day and so I'm 1 point short, I'm going to put in a protest against race 1. It's too late. You've got to do it within 30 minutes. Change of machine or passenger, change of machine, as long as it's scrutineered, there's no problem at all. If anybody needs to change a passenger, obviously that passenger must be signed on, but we need to know about it beforehand. If you do need to change a machine, we expect the machine you're going on to have the correct number, or if it's a last minute and someone's coming in and someone's borrowed that machine, at least let us know so we can let the tannoy know who's on that machine. Riding in the pits, we've let you come up. When you come off the track, you'll come off somewhere near the Hessian over there, just beyond the green light. Ride up beside the trees and stop when you get to the yellow tape. Don't stop down there because you'll just cause a big queue on the track. So drive all the way up here, virtually to the Portaloos, and then stop your engines there. No riding in the pits. If you get caught riding in the pits, you'll get fined. It will be by any official, not particularly me, because you know I'm going to be out there. If any official sees you riding in the pits, you'll get fined. Sidecar rear tyres, I don't really need to say this, you know that you can't be on knobblies, but if you do get checked your tyres and you're found to be on a knobbly tyre, you'll be excluded from the race you've been in. Reserves, if you're reserve, you only go in once in each leg. So if you're reserve and you're lucky enough to get a ride in leg 1 and there's a vacancy in another race in leg 1, you don't go again, you'll sit there until leg 2. If there's any queries about that, see me afterwards with the reserves. Watering, it hasn't rained here for about a week of any significance. There's a little bit on Friday night. We have watered last night, you've seen it watered today. We will carry on watering. If we get a shower, great, but we will probably need to water little and often. As the dust starts to come up, we will try and keep on top of it. It may be as frequently as every 6 races. We will try to share the watering out between solo and sidecar, so it's not the same people all the time. But I think you know by how dry it is, unless we do get some rain today, we are going to have to water. But as you can see, it is put on fairly evenly and doesn't make the track dangerous. All races today, you've had these regs anyway, but just to confirm it, all races today are 4 laps and all the points carry through, all the races, the semi-finals and the finals, to decide the British champion, the British Clubman's champion. And also the points will decide who goes through to the Masters itself. But for those lucky enough to get through the finals, the prize money only is based on your finishing position in the final. So your points count for your British Clubman's Championship. Your finishing position in the final is prize money only. So you might be Clubman's champion, but you might be 8th in the final, in which case you'll get low prize money, but you will get your Masters position. If we do get problems today with injuries, first aid or whatever, we do fall too far behind, the first thing that will go will be the 4th leg. If we do get hold ups and we're going to be here till 7 or 8 o'clock, we realise you've all got to go home and jobs to go to tomorrow, so if we do get pushed, the first thing will go is the 4th leg. And if we really get pushed, the semis may go as well. It might be the 3rd and 4th leg. I hope this doesn't happen, but just so you know what may happen, the 4th leg, if we really get behind, will not take place, and if it gets really late and there's a very long delay, then the semis could go as well. Don't want to do that, but at least you know before you start which races may be pulled out.
Okay, and right, it's obviously a big meeting for you today. How have you found the practice so far and the track the way it's set out?
Yeah, it's really good at the moment. As soon as all that grass comes off, it could be like really fast out there.
Yeah. It looks a bit bumpy. Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, it's not too bad considering last time I rode here, like we had done 4 laps and we went home. But there's one bump on the corner there. It's not a problem.
Word has it that you do quite well on this track when it's set out the other way. But what's your hopings for today?
Well, yeah, I'd like to think that. Yeah.
What about the passenger? What do you think of it today?
Yeah, it's better than the last time I rode it, and just do the best you can do, don't you?
I think there's 10 going through for the for the Masters itself, so no reason why you guys shouldn't be there.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much. Okay, Paul. So it's quite a big meeting for you today. How have you found practice so far?
It's very slick, but it's quite good. It's a bit bumpy, but I don't mind that.
Well, you're from Lincolnshire, aren't you? Am I right in saying that? So you've ridden some rough tracks up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've done a bit of motocross as well, so.
Exactly. So it should put you in good stead for this sort of meeting. But I mean, the top 10 go through, so no reason why you shouldn't be in on the rostrum, I'd say.
No, hopefully top 10, yeah, but definitely top 3.
Yeah, top 3 will be good. So hopefully we see Paul up there looking higher than usual on the top rostrum.
Yeah, hope so.
Okay, Tom. obviously quite a big meeting for you to get in the Masters itself, this meeting. How have you found the track in practice?
It was good. It was a bit slick, a bit bumpy, but I've been down here once before. I liked it, so I had that advantage coming in. A lot of people said they don't like it and that, but it's 20 go through. Go out there, get points, score your points, get position, go home happy boy.
Yeah, because you haven't got to do like, you know, you haven't got to be in the top 3, top 6. You can take it easy, not push yourself too much, don't want to get any injury breakdowns. So you can go easy, and as long as you get in the 20, you say you're in the Masters, and happy with that result itself.
Yeah, happy. Like you say, there's 20 to go through. I don't want to go out there and do anything excited. Just go out there, ride your races, get some points, be consistent. If I'm lucky, get in the final. Be good to get in the final. Just like go home, qualified, and then wait for the Masters.
That's right.
Wait for the big one.
Yeah, the weather's looming a bit, spitting a bit now. We don't want any rain because it's pretty, like I say, slick with all the grass on it, and last thing you want is too slick a track that's wet as well.
Yeah, if it does rain, then I will not be too happy, but you just have to get on with it, ride it. But it's not, it is slick out there, but it's nice out there.
Yeah, it's consistent, and
Yeah.
you can read the track well.
Yeah. But like a bit too much rain, and it'll turn, it'll build different and that. But at the moment, I'm happy. I was happy to set up in practice with everything. So I'm just going to give it a go.
Good. All being well, then you'll be on the in the final and in the Masters when it comes up.
I will be. I will be.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
James Rogers from up north. He's got an absolute flyer, and he's away out there in the rain, and he's not going to let it stop his day, not going to let it stop his enjoyment. James Rogers powering up the hill then. In second place is 33, Richard Smith, then 16, Bob Dolman. Both lads are on the Campaign 350cc machines, out here with a vengeance on 500s this afternoon. Richard Smith closing that gap, I think, a little bit on James Rogers. Jamie Rogers out in front, making that back wheel spin. Look at the spray coming off that back tyre. Jamie Rogers from Richard Smith, from Bob Dolman, Daniel Winterton, Craig Smith, then Peter Knowles, and the rain is absolutely teeming down right on the start time. One rider aside to the centre green. On to the last lap they go then. Jamie Rogers well clear of Richard Smith. Richard Smith will be happy with that second place. The idea today really is to qualify. This is the Masters qualifier. The idea is to qualify, not to go a bit too stupid and ruin your chances. Bob Dolman holding on to that second. Daniel Winton still in third. Craig Smith in fourth. Then Peter Knowles. Then 155. And Jamie Rogers takes it from Richard Smith in second place, and the rain is starting to die down. The sun will soon be back out. There goes Bob Dolman, Daniel Winterton, Craig Smith. Race 2 then, the 500cc solos. When was the last meeting started on race 2 instead of starting on race 1? Race 2, a win for number 71, young Jamie Rogers. In second place, it was number 33, Richard Smith. Third place was number 16, Bob Dolman. Fourth place, 112, Daniel Winterton. Fifth place, number 2, Craig Smith. Sixth place, number 9, Peter Knowles. Seventh place, 155, Richard Watts. No eighth finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 35 seconds precisely, giving an average speed of 49.1 miles per hour. Darren Pugh in place of Darren Rolfe. Rob Fortune. Stevie Dorr. Stevie never say die Dorr. Dave Mears, and in place of Stuart Williams, John Hoff. Here they come then, the race 4, the 500cc solos in this, the British Clubman's Championship come Masters qualifier. Stevie Dorr's trying to go around the outside, and he does it. Stevie Dorr powers around the outside of a lot of them, and he is underway. Can somebody stop that last rider? He's in the wrong race. Can somebody stop that last one? He's in the wrong race. Dave Mears goes onto the centre green with problems, and down goes somebody. Was that Stevie Dorr? Looked like Stevie Dorr took a tumble, was it, or wasn't it? Number 51 that leads, Rob Fortune, showing his old class. Gareth Hickmott in a good qualifying position there in second place. Stevie Dorr got a spluttering motor there. He's out with problems, so it wasn't Stevie Dorr who slid off, but 39 I've been told that was. So 51, Rob Fortune, not lost any of his capabilities, has he? Gareth Hickmott in second, Dean Garrod in third. Then 511, that's John Hoff. Steve Dorr trying to crawl round the inside just to score some points. 51, Rob Fortune leading. Gareth Hickmott holding on to a good second place. Then John Huff. He's holding on to third. Followed by 21, Simon Ashworth, 711, Darren Pugh, 12, Dean Garrod. He must have slid off and remounted. And here comes the winner. There's the checkered flag, 51. Rob Fortune takes his first win on the comeback trail, going towards the Masters. Gareth Hickmott gets second. John Huff a nice third. Stevie Dorr takes the checkered flag after, I think, 3 laps. Then it's Darren Pugh. Simon Ashworth. Race 4 in the programme. Race 4 in the programme. A win for number 51, Rob Fortune. Second place to number 7, Gareth Hickmott. Third place, number 511, John Huff. Fourth place, 711, Darren Pugh. Fifth place, 21. That was Simon Ashworth. Sixth place was number 12, Dean Garrod. Seventh place, 110 with a misfire problem, Stevie Dorr. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 39 and 4/5 seconds, a speed of 46.7 miles per hour. So race 3, 500cc solos. A restart with all riders as the red flag was put up on the start line. Unfortunately, we can't see all the start line from here, and I don't think the clerks of the course can either. Here they come then, up the hill, flying past the commentary box. Tom Cooper goes into the lead. Number 8, Chris Bomber Harris, sneaks up through on the inside and takes that lead on the first turn. Out goes Chris Bomber Harris. From Tom Cooper in second. The battle is on. Chris Bomber Harris is absolutely away there. Problems on the far side. Round they come then, number 8, Chris Bomber Harris, well clear of the rest of the field now. The red flags are out. The red flags are out, the race being stopped in the interest of safety. See whoever rider down on the other side, he's up and okay though, he's picking up his machine, which looks a little wet and a little hot with the amount of steam coming off it. Off they go then, up the hill they come. Who's going to be in front when they go past here? Matt Hetherington gets there. And from the outside, number 114, Dyfed Evans. Round they go then, a big battle on the front line as those front 3 start. Oh, one goes into trouble on the outside, another one's ended up in the ropes. I think we need a red flag because the ropes are down. I think we need a red flag because the ropes, do we not need a red flag for those ropes? Yeah, red flags. And another race being brought to a stop. Here at the British Clubman's Championships, there's a lot at stake. Those places in the Masters mean a lot to these riders, and they're trying a little bit too hard in places. And of course the damp weather is not really assisting. Could we have the first aiders up to that man, please? Matt Hetherington goes back to see how he is. Of the start, but I can see a red flag waving. That's folded up, so we're underway. Here they come, up the hill. Looks like Chris Bomber Harris coming off the inside, and it is, so this is actually race 5. Race 5 with number 15, Martin Sturgeon, powering away there in second place at the moment. Tom Cooper in third. Down the back straight they go, Chris Bomber Harris. Really looking like he's going to be the Clubman's champion this afternoon if he can keep this kind of speed up. Chris Bomber Harris from Cornwall, leading from Martin Sturgeon from Headcorn in Kent, and then number 111, Kevin Williams. Those 3 well clear of the rest of the field. The track still remaining a little wet and slippery. Tom Cooper unfortunately slipping down the places at the moment. I think he's got some problems with that machine, or else he can't see where he's going. He's taking his goggles off. 8, Bomber Harris, bombing his way around this circuit. Flat out of that turn and down that back straight. Martin Sturgeon holding on to a good second place. He knows the qualifying points are the name of the game here this afternoon, not outright wins. Enough outright wins will be enough, but consistent placings are a good thing on an afternoon like this. Chris Bomber Harris leads, Martin Sturgeon in second, from 111, Kevin Williams in third. Then John Cox, Tom Cooper, Simon, not one, wasn't it? Come back to that in a minute. Bomber Harris wins. From Martin Sturgeon in second, he'll be pleased with that. Kevin Williams in third. Not much argument there really is there. Now look at these three coming round here. Up the hill they come. Who's it going to be? It's John Cox, Tom Cooper, Mark Chilman, Sean Bickley. Race 5. Don't put this in the wrong box. Don't put it in the wrong place. I normally do. I'm giving you fair warning. It's race 5. A win for number 8, Chris Bomber Harris. Second place, number 15, Martin Sturgeon. Third place to number 111, Kevin Williams. Fourth place to number 611, John Cox. Fifth place to 153, Tom Cooper. Sixth place to 58, Mark Chilman. Seventh place, number 45, Sean Bickley. And eighth place, number 29, Paul Knott. The winner's time was 1 minute 28 and 1/5 seconds, giving an average speed of 52.9 miles per hour. Here they come then, from the start line. I did see a number 71 down there. I thought I did, but perhaps I didn't. Around they go then. That's 17 it was, not 71, was it? Number 17, Neil Barone, is out with problems. Going so well earlier on. The machine is packed up this time as he rolls down that hill. Pointing back towards the pits, Neil. Round they come then. Those front two are at it, hammer and tong. Looks like Matt Hetherington on the outside. Dave Rumsey on the inside. Dave Rumsey's got the better of it. It's Dave Rumsey from Matt Hetherington. Two Thanet Riders from Dave Durham. From 114, Dyfed Evans. Dyfed? Dyfed? I don't know how they say that in Welsh. They don't say, oh, down goes a rider at the back end of the field there. He looks as though it's okay. He's picking his machine up. I think he's kept it running. He's going to be underway. Up the hill they come. Number 10, Dave Rumsey, getting some good Masters qualifying points in here. From number 5, Matt Hetherington. From Dave Durham. From Dyfed or Dyfed Evans. Somebody has to tell me how they say that. They don't say Highwell, they say Huel. So it could be Dyfed, but it could be Dyfed. Here they come then. And number 39's not had a lot of luck this afternoon. Number 10, Dave Rumsey, takes the last lap flag. From 5, Matt Hetherington in second place, then Dave Durham, then Dyfed Evans, number 114. Then it's number 39, Ben Wells. Not frightened of it, is he? The checkered flag and a win for number 10, Dave Rumsey. Second place, number 5, Matt Hetherington. The Kent boys have came and conquered. Followed home by Dave Durham, Dyfed Evans. Race 3, a win, a cracking win for number 10, Dave Rumsey. In second place it was number 5, Matt Hetherington. Third place was number 47, Dave Durham. Fourth place was number 114, Dyfed Evans. In fifth place was number 39, Ben Wells. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 37 and 3/5 seconds, giving an average speed of 47.8 miles per hour. Your guess is as good as mine at the moment. It may be in the front of the programme, which I haven't had a chance to read. Do hope they don't move the goalposts as they do some years by inserting about 12 wildcards after the qualifier has been run, using up the qualifier's places. They wouldn't do that, would they? Race 6, 1000cc right-hand sidecars. We look for 3, Lee Jones and Matt Winch. 36 I'm told isn't going. 118, Wayne Westaway. And Mark Courtney. Gary and Craig Parmenter come out in place of 36. And away they go then, down the first straight. I've just been told it's not L for leather, it's K for Kevlar these days. So round the first turn then, going K for Kevlar. Got to get modern, they told me. Up the hill they come. It's Matt Terrell. Sean Yates that lead. The Parmenter boys are holding on to second place at the moment, and then Wayne Westaway in third. Very tight lines there for Gary and Craig Parmenter, but they didn't quite pay off as Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney have scorched around the outside. Matt Terrell, Sean Yates then, showing them how to do it all the way up from Cornwall this afternoon. A truly national field here for this Clubman's Championship and the qualifying places in the Masters. Devon or Cornwall again is Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney, and they're in that battle still with Craig and Gary Parmenter. Gary Parmenter getting the best of it on the inside this time. Mark Courtney scorching down the outside on the wider line. It's L for leather. No, it ain't. It's K for Kevlar as they come down that straight into that turn. That's truly battle. They're locked in it there. You can put them both in the back of a mini pickup as they come round that turn. And the Parmenter boys have got the advantage at the moment. Local lads from Essex, they're going good here this afternoon. So the Cornishman lead on the last lap. Matt Terrell, Sean Yates, well clear of the rest of the field. Gary and Craig Parmenter holding on to second place. Urave as Wayne Westaway comes round the outside. He's come a long way to race here this afternoon, and he's not going to waste it. They come round that last turn. They're quite close together, but I think the Parmenter boys have just got the advantage. There goes the checkered flag. A win for Matt Terrell. Second, Gary Parmenter. Third, Wayne Westaway. Fourth, Steph Blythe. Official result for you in a moment. The sidecars are away in earnest, and a good cracking win there for number 69, Matt Terrell and Sean Yates. In second place it was 18, Gary and Craig Parmenter, and in third place number 118, Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney. Fourth place went to number 30, Stephen and Carl Blythe. Fifth place to 362, John Thorpe and Roy Thorpe. And in sixth place it was number 8. I don't seem to have a number 8, so oh yes I do, in the reserve berth there, Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. The winner's time was 1 minute 34 and 1/5 seconds, but an average speed of 42.8 miles per hour. Lots of advertisers there. 2004 European 500cc Sidecar Championships, we'll tell you more about that later. Dunmo Skips, Christie Cooling Services Limited, and the John Underwood Memorial Grass Track. This is race 7. The right-handers are coming to the line all the way from Welsh Wales. We have number 4, Neil Owen. With Kevin Colborne doing the ballast trick this afternoon. 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. 148, Rod Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn. No 46, Roy Lewis. 81, John Stafford with his new passenger, David Williams. And 514, Ryan and Gavin Partridge. Off the line they go then, scorching down that back straight. A lot of wheels spinning going on as they drive off that slippery grass onto the track that's a little more tried and tested, and into the turn they come. 6 outfits out there. I think I can see Ray Westbrook in there. I'm not 100% sure. 148, Rod and Tristan Winterburn leading this one by a good margin already. Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield, I think that is in second place. And then it's John Stafford holding on to third. Local man here, likes these local Eastern Centre tracks, knows them like the back of his hand. He's holding on to a good third at the moment. So round they come then, 148. Rod Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn. From 57, Clive Stone and Roman Broomfield, then John Stafford and Dave Williams, Neil Owen and Kevin Colborne. I thought it had gone a bit better actually while it was still a bit wet and sticky. Then Ray Westbrook, Tony Heath. On the last lap then, Rod and Tristan Winterburn making it look easy. John Stafford and Dave Williams come up to take that second place from Clive Stone and Ronan Bloomfield. Then it's Neil Owen and Kevin Colborne, Ray Westbrook and Tony Heath. I think that's Ryan and Gavin Partridge bringing up the rear. A checkered flag comes out. The Northerners take their first win this afternoon. Rod and Tristan Winterburn slipping and slewing on the inside there. It's going to be close over that line, but there they go. Race 7, sidecars, 1000cc right hand. A win there for number 148, Rod and Tristan Winterburn. The Northerners come good in this one. The Cornwall boys won the first one. The Northerners have won this one. What's happened to the local lads then? Second place, he was a local lad, number 81, John Stafford and Dave Williams. Third place to number 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. Fourth place to number 4, Neil Owen and Kevin Colborne. Fifth place, number 169, Ray Westbrook and Tony Heath. No other finishers as yet. And the winner's time, 1 minute 31 and 3/5 seconds, an average speed of 44 miles per hour precisely. 44 miles per hour precisely, average speed. Riders come to the line to do battle again then. Race 8, the 1000cc sidecars. We look for Miles Simmons with Dave Hogan. Chris Winterburn. Now, who is with Chris Winterburn this afternoon? Jamie Lorry. 183, Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips. 26, Reg Blackburn and Jeff Tuttleby. 92, Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. 748, Lewis Cook and Dean Norton. Oh, they go off the line there. One's got left on the line. Not sure who that is, but struggling there with the gearbox, I think. Meanwhile, the others go down to the first turn, and it is 183. Ian Lee Amis that gets there first on this rather slippery circuit. Taking a bit of a wide line out of there. It's 183, Ian Lee Amis. Our other man has now decided to join the fray at the back of the field. It's 183, Ian Lee Amis then. From Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry. He goes out wide. Open up a big gap. Now he's cut across the track again, but our third place man wasn't really in contention. Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips. Tighter line for them this time, much neater. Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips. From Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry. From 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan. Moving up into that third place now. They're trying for that second place. They've got the run on Chris Winterburn on the inside. The outfits come very close together as they come out of that turn. No love lost between these two as they come into the next turn, and Ian Lee Amis leads it. Miles Simmons in second place. Miles Simmons is catching up. Miles Simmons really puts the power on as he comes out of that corner. Chris Winterburn's right there with him, and he means business. Those three ahead of Reg Blackburn from Lewis Cook. Lewis Cook with Dean Norton, who's the... Here they come then. Ian Lee Amis leads it. Up the hill they come with the checkered flag. And who's this? It's Miles Simmons on the inside. It's Ian Lee Amis from Miles Simmons. From Chris Winterburn, number 48. From Reg Blackburn, 26. Paul Whitelam, 92. Lewis Cook, 748. Wow. Sidecars, race 8 then. The win for 183, Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips. The South East come good at last in the sidecar class. Second place to number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan. Third place to number 48, Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry. Fourth place to 26, Reg Blackburn and Jeff Tuttleby. Fifth place to number 92, the Pocket Rocket, Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. Sixth place, number 748, Lewis Cook and Dean Norton. The winner's time was 1 minute 34 and 4/5 seconds, an average speed of 42.5 miles per hour. Watch for number 14, Alfie Pern. He's got a Ducati engined outfit. The Ducati comes into grass track. Number 14, Alfie Pern. 52, Andy Robson. 184, John Hiscock. 51, Rick McCauley. And 99, Trevor Colvin. That's the lineup for race 9, 1000cc sidecars. Revs rise then, and away they go. Red flag. I thought that did look like a dodgy start. The left hand, right hand. The right hand as you're starting on that line. Left hand as I'm looking at it. Tape didn't seem to go up properly on that side. So a full start, the red flag. Start line is now away. Here they go. A good cracking start this time for most of them, but one's got trouble. And flat out they go into the first turn. It's all tight stuff on that first turn, and who's it going to be that comes out of there first? 14, Alfie Pern on the Ducati. The Ducati leads in grass track racing. Somebody take a photograph quick. They're not known for doing the whole meeting. Who said that? Ducati leading. Oh, the Ducati's taken to the grass. You see, I told you to take a photograph quick, didn't I? Nobody ever listens to me. Here they come then. On the front line. Carl Fogarty would shoot me, wouldn't he? Oh, who's that? Is that Trevor Colvin? Looks like Trevor Colvin from John Hiscock, from Paul Johnson. Problems with somebody on the bottom end there. And number 14, that Ducati. That does rev, that Ducati. It does go. 52, Andy Robson. Somebody pushing their machine off the track. 51, Rick McCauley, it looks like it is, who's trying to restart his machine. Trevor Colvin on the last lap then, lapping up some Masters points here from John Hiscock and Simon Wall from Paul Johnson. I think Darren Wills. And Alfie Pern. And Andy Robson bringing up the rear after that bad start. Here they come then, 99 it is, Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders take their first win of the afternoon. Another one for the South East Supermen. From 184, John Hiscock in second place. Paul Johnson, the local man from Romford, comes home in third. Then Alfie Pern on the Ducati. Doing extremely well here this afternoon. Then Andy Robson. And Keith Pitts. 1000cc sidecars. A win for number 99, Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders. Definitely got that machine sorted out well this afternoon. Mind you, you've got two good mechanics down there in the pits. The Colvin crew. In second place it was 184, John Hiscock and Simon Wall. Third place to number 7, Paul Johnson and Darren Wills. Fourth place to number 14, Alfie Pern and Terry Pern on the 916 Ducati. Going well here this afternoon. And in fifth place was Andy Robson and Keith Pitts, number 52. Fifth place, no sixth finisher. The winner's time was 1 minute 32 seconds. The speed was 43.8 miles per hour. From the top, 99, 184, 7, 14, 52. 1 minute 32 seconds, 43.8 miles per hour. Back with the solos, and here they come. One's been left on the line, but the rest of them are away with it. The track drying out slightly. Stevie Dorr now with it all to do after breaking down in that first race and cruising home for a measly point or two that he got. He's holding on to third at the moment, and he means business as he comes charging into that corner. He's going through on the inside. Here they come up the hill. Leading is 15, Martin Sturgeon. From 110, Stevie Dorr. From Rob Fortune in third. Rob Fortune had a win earlier on. He's got a bit filled in this time. I think he's purposely put a little bit of distance between those two in front of him. He knows Stevie Dorr needs those points. He's quite comfortable with the first and the third. He's heading in the right direction. Here they come then. Martin Sturgeon not giving an inch, and Stevie Dorr coming through on the inside. Flat out they come up that hill, and the cross in front of us it is Stevie Dorr from Martin Sturgeon. I think he also got a little filled in with the mud there. So Stevie Dorr is really going for it. Another local man coming good here at Ugly, powering down that back straight. I won't say he's the Ugly champion, will I? And the bike stops. He's out with trouble, is Stevie Dorr. I can't believe that man's luck this afternoon. If he didn't have any bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. Martin Sturgeon picks it up from Rob Fortune in second place. Then Gareth Hickmott, Dave Rumsey. Dave Rumsey had a win earlier on. He's quite well down the field this time. Then Daniel Winterton. And bringing up the rear, number 21. Simon Ashworth. 15, Martin Sturgeon takes his first win of the afternoon. From 51, Rob Fortune in second. Gareth Hickmott in third. Dave Rumsey in fourth. Then Daniel Winterton. 500cc solos. A win there for number 15, Martin Sturgeon from Headcorn in Kent. Southeastern boys doing well this afternoon. Second place, number 51, Rob Fortune. Third place to number 7, Gareth Hickmott. Fourth place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. Fifth place, number 112, Daniel Winterton. And sixth place, 21, Simon Ashworth. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 35 and 4/5 seconds. An average speed of 48.7 miles per hour. That's 15, 51, 7, 10, 112, 21. 1 minute 35 and 4/5 seconds. 48.7 miles per hour. Stevie Dorr unfortunately going out with trouble in that one. He of course is a previous Clubman's champion, having won that 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was, down at the Wimborne Club. So he was coming out hoping probably to repeat his performance, but the mechanical gremlins have set in, and he'll be lucky now if he can come out and make a qualifying place for the Masters. Number 2, Craig Smith, followed by 29, Paul Knott into the first turn. Who's that sneak through on the inside of Paul Knott? There's a lot of mud on some of these number plates, and making it hard work for us here in the caravan. If you riders could clean them up a little bit, at least if we clock you going around the first time, we might remember who was there the next. Here they come then. Number 2, Craig Smith from 711, John Pugh from 29, Paul Knott, 16, Bob Dolman. Then it's Matt Etherington, John Huff, Richard Watts. Richard Watts in trouble down there. Not sure whether that bike's running or not, but trying to come on terms with it. Here they come then, up the hill and flat out. It's 2, Craig Smith from 711, John Pugh from 29, Paul Knott, 16, Bob Dolman, John Huff, Matt Etherington. It's 73, Dean Stanton, and Richard Watts bringing up the rear. Changes in the mid-places there. Matt Etherington tries to come through. On to the last lap they go. It's Craig Smith that leads. From 711, Darren Pugh in second. Paul Knott a better ride for him this time in third. Bob Dolman, John Huff, Matt Etherington, Dean Stanton, and a local boy, Richard Watts. Up the hill they come then. Checkered flag goes for number 2, Craig Smith from 711. Darren Pugh from Paul Knott. From Bob Dolman, John Huff. Well, the track drying out, obviously, the speed's getting faster. You'll have to wait for it. Race 11, a win for number 2, Craig Smith. They're underway already, we'll have to do this one later. Mark Chilman goes into the lead in this one. James Cawthray coming through from third into second place now as he powers around the outside and chases after the leader. Got them out a bit quick, didn't they? Round they come then. Look at that dust coming up off that corner. I saw dust, I'm telling you. 58. There'll be water in it in a minute. Mark Chilman, James Cawthray, John Cox, Dyfed Evans, and somebody else, and Dean Garrod. Round they come then. Look at the pace this man's setting. He's well clear of the rest of the field. It's 58. Mark Chilman really going for it here this afternoon. He's got the bit between his teeth. Then it's John Cox, James Cawthray, Dyfed Evans. Then riding number 9 is Peter Knowles. Anybody know who's riding 21 at the back of the pack there? I think it's somebody else borrowed his machine. Around they come then. It's 58. Mark Chilman. From 611, John Cox, Peter Knowles, Dean Garrod, Dyfed Evans. Dean Garrod goes through on the inside. Peter Knowles fights back. Peter Knowles cracking it on round the outside now. They come down that back straight. Here comes the leader. Out goes the checkered flag. It's a win for 58, Mark Chilman, by a good quarter of a lap. Ahead of, in second place, coming home good, is John Cox, followed by Dean Garrod, Peter Knowles, Dyfed Evans, James Cawthray. Is that John Yeldham? John Yeldham it was, and 21 bringing up the rear. Well, race 12, I'll give you the result as I know it. No, I won't. Here they come again. This is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. We'll go over another page, race 13, and we look for Chris Bomber Harris, and he looks like he's bombing out in front again. The weather conditions drying out, the track is absolutely gorgeous. There's hardly a bit of dust, just a little bit there, look. Hardly a bit of dust, and the track is gorgeous. It's 8, it's Chris Bomber Harris, from Dave Mears, from Richard Smith, Jamie Rogers, Kevin Williams, and I thought it was Dave Durham. And the race continues. There's a hot battle going on there for second place between Dave Mears and Richard Smith. Not necessarily in that order. Chris Bomber Harris has left them to it. He goes by clean. Then it's Dave Mears. And then it's Richard Smith. Richard Smith coming back through on the inside on that corner. Lovely circuit for overtaking this one. Up the hill then, and the last lap flag goes out for Chris Bomber Harris. He's on his way to the Masters if he can keep this up. That'll be 2 rides and 2 wins this afternoon. Richard Smith now got second. Dave Mears holding on to third. Kevin Williams, Jamie Rogers, Dave Durham, Sean Bickley, and Ben Wells. And there's the checkered flag for Chris Bomber Harris. 2 from 2. He set the fastest time in the first leg. We'll have to see what he's done here. Richard Smith takes second. Yes, well, lap scorers sort that out. I think we've got to go back to race 11. Race 11 by number only was 2, 711, 29, 16, 511, 5, 73, 155. 1 minute 32 and 2/5 seconds, 50.5 miles per hour. Race 12, 58, 611, 12, 9, 114, 169, 46. No other finishes. 1 minute 30 and 1/5 seconds, a speed of 51.7 miles per hour. And race 13, the race you've just seen, was a win for 8, followed by 33, then 139, then 111, 71, 47, 45, 39. 1 minute 26 and 4/5 seconds, 53.8 miles per hour. Do hope that's got us all up to date. Thank you for that man with that sidecar holding up proceedings for me to get the results out. Race 14, sidecars, 1000cc. After the first leg, we had wins for Matt Tyrrell, Rod Winterburn, Ian Lee Ames and Trevor Colvin. Let's see what happens here. In fact, we don't have any, yes we do, we have Ian Lee Ames, one previous race winner, going in this one. He's holding on to second at the moment. Miles Simmons is powering out in front. It's Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan making the best of that start and getting away early. Ian Lee Ames and Paul Phillips in second place. And they were rather and up goes the left hand. What is happening? Is he pulling out or isn't he? Perhaps he hurt his hand and he wanted to shake his fingers. Never mind, I thought he'd stopped. Round they come then. Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan lead it from Ian Lee Ames and Paul Phillips in second place. Seem to have slowed up in that second place, and they've got a bit of a mechanical problem, and Ian wants to keep going and Paul thought they were stopping, but they seem to be keeping it going and holding on to that second place at the moment. It's Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan from Ian Lee Ames and Paul Phillips. And round they come and up the hill for the last lap flag. It is Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan. Ian Lee Ames just losing it now to number 7, Paul Johnson and Darren Wills. He's taken that second place from Ian Lee Ames and Paul Phillips, who were very unlucky not to get seeded through to the Masters last year, if I remember correctly, on their finishing position. And it's 748, Lewis Cook, and he goes up the outside, and more problems there for Ian Lee Ames as a passenger, waves his arm in the air, and then gets back on the bike and does the job again. So round they come then. That was a win for Miles Simmons. Second place Paul Johnson, third Ian Lee Ames, fourth Lewis Cook, fifth was Andy Robson, and sixth was Stephen Blythe. Official result in a moment or two. There's a win there for number 9, Miles Simmons. A win and a second in his account so far this afternoon. Second place to number 7, Paul Johnson and Darren Wills. And third place was 183, Ian Lee Ames and Paul Phillips, even though they struggled with the motor all the way round. In fourth place was 748, Lewis Cook and Dean Norton. In fifth place was number 52, Andy Robson and Keith Pitts. And in sixth place was number 30, Stephen and Carl Blythe. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 25 and 4/5 seconds, an average speed of 46.9 miles per hour. Here we go on race 15. It's the sidecars again. Looking in this one. Can't see a previous winner, so points mean prizes here. These ones are important. Down the straight they come. Problems for one rider who Nips on the inside of the centre green, but he's come back out with a vengeance now. Perhaps he missed his gear or so. Another one stopped there. Looks like Neil Owen and Kevin Colborne stopped there. The Pocket Rocket has come good. After a poor, by his standards, first ride, he is out with a vengeance now. Out in that loose stuff, cutting across on the hard stuff, and here he comes. It is Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones leading then. Around that turn they come, getting that motor on and squirting, making some mud fly out the back. The Partridge boys are in second place. They're having a better ride this time. Then 57, Mr. Stoneman and Mr. Broomfield. Then 48, Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry. Around they come then. Paul Whitelam holding on to these valuable points at the moment with just one more lap to go from the Partridge boys in second place, having a good ride there. Then it's 57. Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. Then Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry having a bit of an argument as they go round. And then number 8. Not sure who number 8 is, to be honest with you. I think we haven't. Oh yes, number 8 is Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. And there goes the checkered flag. The Pocket Rocket comes good. The punch in the air there. The Partridge boys come second. Clive Stoneman, Chris Winterburn having a right go at his passenger. I don't think they'll be coming out anymore this afternoon. They'll punch up when they get back to the pits. And number 8, bringing up the rear, our reserve, Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. And for number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. In second place, it was 514, Ryan and Gavin Partridge. In third place, it was 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. In fourth place, number 48, Chris Winterburn and Jamie Lorry. And in fifth place, it was number 8, our reserve, Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 25 and 4/5 seconds, giving an average speed of 46.9 miles per hour. When we look for Wayne Westaway, we look for Rick McCauley and John Hiscock. And then number 18 coming in place of Ian Lewis. Number 18 is Gary and Craig Parmenter. So we'll see how we go here with this lot. Here they come, off the line they go, down the first straight, good even break, and they come down there. Wayne Westaway has got the best of it. Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney leap into the first turn first, very tight on the entrance to the bend, but drifted very, very wide. He's let the others go up the inside, arms are waving, all sorts of things happening, and 26, Reg Blackbourne comes good from the East Midlands, up there, Skegness. Wayne Fleet St Mary near Skegness, and Reg Blackbourne is leading at the moment. Local lad, Gary and Craig Parmenter, they're right there, father and son duo in second place, they're going for it. Oh, it's all happening here as those front three outfits all come close together, but Reg Blackbourne and Jeff Tuttleby are leading it. Gary and Craig Parmenter tried the long route round the outside. Reg Blackbourne holding on to those inside pegs. John Hiscock trying to find a way through on the inside. Those three outfits are locked in battle, and Reg Blackbourne's making the most of it. He's gone a bit wide though, and through come the Parmenter boys up on the inside. Reg fights back. They tighten it up on that corner, and through on the inside goes Mr. Parmenter. Reg Blackbourne slips back on the inside line, and he comes back underneath him. One more lap to go. Can Reg hold on? He is getting a little more senior in years and so on, and loses his wind at this stage of the race. Out wide he goes, and through in comes Gary and Craig Parmenter, and Reg fights back in second place. John Hiscock holding on the third there. John Hiscock now waiting to pounce on this last turn, but as they come round, it's the Parmenter boys that lead. The Parmenter boys taking a nice tight line there. Reg Blackbourne having no answer to it. They come across the checkered flag. It is the Parmenter boys from Reg Blackbourne, from John Hiscock, from Rick McCauley, from Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney. Not sure if they got all their laps in, did they? They did. I've had that confirmed. Race 16, sidecars, a win for number 18. Gary and Craig Parmenter, a cracking win for the local lads there. Really piling up the points here this afternoon with a win and a second from their first two rides. In second place, it was 26, Reg Blackbourne, having a second lease of life there, with Jeff Tuttleby in the chair. Third place to 184, that's John Hiscock and Simon Wall. In the fourth place was number 51, Rick McCauley, and his passenger, who I must admit I haven't said that this afternoon yet, Phil Stoneman. And in fifth place, 118, Wayne Westaway and Mark Courtney. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 28 and 4/5 seconds, an average speed of 45.4 miles per hour. From the top, 18, 26, 184, 51, 118, 1 minute 28 and 4/5 seconds, 45.4 miles per hour. Last sidecar of leg 2 on the line. Points make prizes. Alfie Byrne on the Ducati, Matt Tyrrell from Cornwall, John Stafford, Trevor Colvin, a previous race winner, Rod Winterburn, a previous race winner, and John Thorpe. And here they come into the first turn. Who's it going to be? People chopping and changing lines there. Somebody's gone off under the centre. I think it's John Thorpe in the middle. Trevor Colvin leads it. Rod Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn in second place, pushing hard on the inside, trying to find a way past Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders, but it's Trevor Colvin that leads. The southeast man in front of the northern at the moment, but the man from the north has come to do the business. John Thorpe joins the race at the back of the pack. Here they come then. 99, Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders in good form here this afternoon. Rod and Tristan Winterburn in second place and travelling hard. Tristan Winterburn, last year's Masters passenger winner with Rob Bradley, decided to jump on with his family and come out and have another go this year. And here they come, flat out of that turn. It's going to be some exciting stuff. The last lap flag is out. It's Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders from Rod and Tristan Winterburn. From Matt Tyrrell, a previous race winner here this afternoon. And John Stafford. Here they come then. Ignore the tail ender, I'm afraid. He had a bit of a problem earlier on. But coming out of this last turn for the last time, he's got the bit between his teeth this afternoon. It's Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders that take the win from Rod and Tristan Winterburn in second. Then Matt Tyrrell. Then John Stafford. A win there for number 99, Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders, and they were pushed every inch of the way by second place men number 148, Rod and Tristan Winterburn. In third place it was number 69, Matt Tyrrell, and in fourth place number 81, John Stafford, with of course Dave Williams. In fifth place was number 14, Alfie and Terry Pern on the Ducati, and in sixth place John and Roy Thorpe, number 362. The winner's time was 1 minute and 24 seconds. The average speed was 48 miles per hour. From the top, 99, 148, 69, 81, 14, 362, 1 minute 24 and 48 mile an hour. And here they go again, and Stevie Dawes out there again. Stevie Dawes in second place at the moment. And he's stopped. Well, that's 3 rides, 2 non-finishes perhaps. No, but what's he doing now? He's got it going again. Well, he likes a challenge, doesn't he? He now comes round from the back. Here they come then. Number 7. It is Gareth Hickmott that leads. From Bob Dolman in second place. Jamie Rogers in third. Jamie Rogers taking that second place as they now down that back straight now. It's all happening here at Ugly. Now what's happened to Stevie Dorr? Here they come then. Number 7, Gareth Hickmott from number 71, Jamie Rogers, 16, Bob Dolman, 110, Stevie Dorr. Never say die, he just likes a challenge. He just slowed up so I can go past all this lot, and more trouble for him. Was that the bike stopping? Was he falling off? What was happening there? Bob Dolman makes the most of it. Round they come then, up the hill. The last lap flag is out this time, and 71, Jamie Rogers has taken over from Gareth Hickmott on the front line. From 16, Bob Dolman. From 110, Stevie Dorr. Jamie Rogers had another go down there. Gareth Hickmott tried to get him on the inside there. Locked in battle. Stevie Dorr, more problems. More problems for Stevie Dorr. Round they come then, up the hill and flat out. There's the checkered flag. It's 71. Jamie Rogers that takes it from Gareth Hickmott in second place. Then 16, Bob Dolman. 5, Matt Etherington. Then John Huff, number 511. And then 21.
What race you on? Bob 3?
Well, the result of race 18, if I can do it quickly, was a win for number 7, Gareth Hickmott. A win for number 7, Gareth Hickmott. Second place, number 71, Jamie Rogers. Third place, 16, Bob Dolman. Fourth place, number 5, Matt Etherington. At fifth place, number 511, John Hoff. And in sixth place, number 21, Simon Ashworth. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 27 and 3/5 seconds, a speed of 53.3 miles per hour. The clerk of the course using his discretion to put Jamie Rogers back one place for consistently course cutting. Hope you all got that. Do it again when this race is over. Here they come. It's race 19. They're underway and they've almost got one lap completed as they come round that pit's turn. It's sideways action here at Ugly. Up the hill they come. It's 711. John Pugh that leads. Darren Pugh that leads. From 10 Dave Rumsey. From 139 Matt Etherington. The Clubman's Championship hots up. Things are really happening here this afternoon. Round they come then in race 19. It's the 500cc solos and it is Darren Pugh that leads. Number 711 on his machine. From 10 Dave Rumsey in second place. From 139 David Mears from 51. Rob Fortune. He's having a right ding-dong battle there. That other rider and that other rider tonight gets the better of him and passes the next man as well. And here they come up the hill. It's Darren Pugh. It's Dave Rumsey. Now that big battle, and it's 58 Mark Gilman coming past 139 Dave Mears, and it's 51 Rob Fortune, and it's 12 Dean Garrod. Rob Fortune seemed to go better when it was wetter. And 114 Dyford Evans bringing up the rear, another man who seemed to go better when it was wetter. Perhaps they're hoping for rain, those boys. Out comes the checkered flag, another race done, and it's 711 Darren Pugh that leads. He takes that win from 10. Dave Rumsey, 58 Mark Chilman, 12 Dean Garrod, 139 David Mears, 51 Rob Fortune. The one you've just seen was a win for number 711, Darren Pugh. Second place was number 10, Dave Rumsey. Third place was number 58, Mark Chilman. Fourth place was number 12, Dean Garrod, and fifth place, 139, David Mears. Sixth place was number 51, Rob Fortune. Seventh place was 114, Dyford Evans. No eighth finisher. The winner's time at 1 minute and 31 seconds, a speed of 51.3 miles per hour.
Sorry,
Here they come, up the hill. Who's it going to be? First man past the commentary box is Daniel Winterton. Daniel Winterton from Cheshire. They've done some distance travelling, these boys, today. Tom Cooper in second place from Maidstone in Kent. He's making them have it. Somebody takes a little bit of a wide line there. Almost loses a place by it, but he fights back. Round they come then. Daniel Winterton loses his rear mudguard as he comes round. 153 Tom Cooper in second place, then Dave Durham, then John Yeldon, then Martin Sturgeon, and then number 9. Peter Knowles. Bringing up the rear, I think, is Neil Perrone. Around they come then. A little bit of dust at the bottom of that dip. Here they come. It is 1 to 1 to 2. Daniel Winterton the leads. Tom Cooper giving him a bit of a hard time on the inside there. Dave Durham dragging back a bit in third. Tom Cooper's going for it as he comes down that back straight. He lines up with the back wheel. He's through on the inside. Daniel Winterton seems to have no answer to it as Tom Cooper powers on towards victory. Up the hill they come. We've got just one more lap to go. It's Tom Cooper from Maidstone in Kent, leading the man from Cheshire, the long distance traveller. Daniel Winterton in second. Then it's Dave Durham. Then it's Martin Sturgeon. Then it's John Yeldon. Peter Knowles. And the red flags are out. Oh, the race being stopped. I think the result will stand at the end of the third leg. Third lap. First aiders, can we have you straight up to the solo start line, please? First aiders to the solo start line, please. Thank you. Tom Cooper. Second place, 112, Daniel Winston. Third place, number 47, Dave Durham. Fourth place, number 15, Martin Sturgeon. Fifth place, number 46, John Yeldon. Sixth place, number 9, Peter Knowles. Seventh place, number 17, Neil Perrone. No eighth finisher. No time, no speed. The race being stopped after the third lap due to an accident on the start line. I think somebody's wheelied over the back of the start there and he's hidden by this big mound of earth here. The thing with all these things is they are right track side. You're never far away from the action. The riders come into line. The clouds are coming over again. Are we going to have another watering session? Safe J doing it with that tractor. Revs rise, tapes fly, and here they come. Up the hill. 1-1-1, it is. It just about goes past us first with number 2 right alongside him. That's Kevin Williams and Craig Smith. Chris Bomber Harris flies through and comes up through the middle of the sandwich, and he puts himself in first place, leading the pack then. Chris Bomber Harris from Cornwall. He's got the bit between his teeth this afternoon, and he's really going for it. We did invite him to ride in the Kent Tracker, but a speedway commitment is keeping him away. It's Chris Harris down the back straight then. And leading by the proverbial mile. I'm sure he'll set the fastest time of this, the third leg as well, as he makes the dust fly. It is Chris Bomber Harris on the GM, leading from 1-1-1, Kevin Williams, 33, Richard Smith from 2, Craig Smith, no relation. Then it's 73, Danny Stanton. And there goes the last lap flag for number 8, Chris Bomber Harris, making it look so easy from 1-1-1, Kevin Williams from Richard Smith from Craig Smith. From John Cox, Sean Bickley. Here they come, checkered flag is out, 3 from 3 for number 8, Chris Harris. Oh, it's tight stuff here, and elbow to elbow, and through they come. Oh, that was tight across there. That was tight across there. Leave that to the start line judges, or rather finish line judges. And the official result with you in a minute, but that has got to go down as the closest finish of the afternoon, and they shake hands down the back straight like gentlemen. Race 21, the solo 500cc sidecar. Oh, dear me. Race 21, 500cc solos. Leg 3, closing leg 3, a win for number 8, Chris Bomber Harris, 3 from 3 this afternoon. In second place was 1-1-1, Kevin Williams. Third place was 33, Richard Smith, by a whisker. And in fourth place it was number 2, Craig Smith. In fifth place it was 6-1-1, John Cox. In sixth place it was 45, Sean Bickley. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute and 26 seconds precisely, giving an average speed of 54.3 miles per hour. Number 9, Miles Simmons. 48, Chris Winterburn. 52, Andy Robson. 362, John Thorpe. And 748, Lewis Cook. At the moment I can only see 5 outfits coming to the line. I think we're 1 short. We shall see who that is. Away they go then. Good start for Miles Simmons down the back straight. And the 2 riders having a little bit of a whoopsie and ending up on the centre green. Race continuing. Here they come. Number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan from 48. Chris Winterburn and Jamie Laurie. 748, Lewis Cook rejoining the race at the back of the pack. Round they come then. Number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan, well clear, but look at the scrap coming up for second and third place between Chris Winterburn and Andy Robson. Then John Thorpe, and then Lewis Cook and Dean Norton. Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan then making it all look easy. Their long drive up from Cornwall being well worthwhile at the moment. So make the dust fly, and around they come on to the last lap. It's number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan from 48. Chris Winterburn and Jamie Laurie, and then 52, Andy Robson and Keith Pitts. Pushing hard for that in that third place, trying to take second. Lewis Cook bringing up the rear. Neil Owen's the man that's missing. Miles Simmons takes that checkered flag and win more points on his tally, and that was very close across the line there. I'll leave that to the lap scorers. John Thorpe completes race distance, and Lewis Cook and his new passenger Dean Norton. Used to passenger Bill Beecham many years ago. Race 22, sidecar 1000 right hand, a win for number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan. In second place, 52, Andy Robson and Keith Pitts. By the slenderest of margins over the third place, number 48, Chris Winterburn and Jamie Laurie. In fourth place, it was 362, John Thorpe and Roy Thorpe. And in 5th place it was 748 Lewis Cook and Dean Norton. No other finishes. The winner's time was 1 minute 21 and 1/5 seconds, a speed of 49.6 miles per hour. Sponsored by the caterers here this afternoon. What smashing people they are, sponsoring me with a cup of tea. That's lovely. We all got them in here, and delicious they look too. Anyway, there's solos after 3 legs. Number 8, Chris Bomber Harris, is on the 30 points. I'll do the rest of it later. Here we go with race 23. They're underway down the straight. Scorching in it, Pocket Rocket goes to the front. The Pocket Rocket gets to the first turn first. And who's that coming through on the inside there? Looks like Ian the Aim is desperate for some points. It is indeed. As he comes through into 2nd place, it is John Hiscock. John Hiscock fights back. The battle is on, and it's the Pocket Rocket that leads, and he needs the points after a poor first ride. Poor by his standards. I'm not knocking the man, but he had a bit of bad luck there, and he's absolutely out and flying in this one. Making amends. It's 92. Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones battling for a place in the Masters. From 184, John Hiscock in 2nd place. From 183, Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips in 3rd. Then it's the Parmenter boys, who've been going well this afternoon. Then it's the Blythe boys. Then it's John Stafford. John Stafford and Dave Williams bringing up the rear. Here they come then. On the last lap flag, it's the Pocket Rocket, Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. From John Hiscock and Simon Wall. Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips going around the outside. They're up into 2nd place at the moment. Can they hold on to that? Can John Hiscock catch them and take it back on this last turn? It's the last turn for the last time. Now or never for these riders in this race. And here comes the Pocket Rocket. It's Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones that take the win. From Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips in 2nd. John Hiscock and Simon Wall in 3rd. The Parmenter boys in 4th. And I think it was just the Blythes from John Stafford and Dave Williams. There's a win there for number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kev Jones. 2nd place to 183, Ian Lee Amis and Paul Phillips. 3rd place to 184, John Hiscock and Simon Wall. 4th place to number 18, Gary and Craig Parmenter. 5th place to number 30, Stephen and Carl Blythe. And 6th place, number 81, John Stafford and Dave Williams. The winner's time was 1 minute 24 and 3/5 seconds, giving an average speed of 47.6 miles per hour. From the top, 92, 183, 184, 18, 30, 81, 1 minute 24 and 3/5 seconds, a speed of 47.6 miles per hour. And away they go then off the start line down the straight. That was a cracking start. Who got that? Flying into the first turn. Looks like a Winterburn to me. It is. Rod and Tristan Winterburn, that lead by a proverbial mile already from Rick McCauley, from the Westerway, Wayne Westerway and Mark Courtney. Reg Blackburn, Jeff Tuttleby go out with problems. Leaves 4 in this one as they come up the hill. 148. Rod and Tristan Winterburn lead from Rick McCauley. I think it was Clive Stoneman. Rick McCauley and Phil Stoneman it is. Round they come then, 148. Rod and Tristan Winterburn from 51, Rick McCauley and Phil Stoneman. Then Wayne Westerway and Mark Courtney in 3rd, from a famous Westerway racing family down there in Cornwall. Around they come then, the checkered flag goes for Rod and Tristan Winterburn. From Rick McCauley and Phil Stoneman, from Wayne Westerway and Mark Courtney. From 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. Sidecar 1000cc's. Sidecar 1000cc's, race 24 in your programme. That makes us about halfway through the business this afternoon. 1000cc sidecars, a win for 148, Rod and Tristan Winterburn. In second place, it was number 51. That's Rick McCauley and Phil Stoneman. Third place to 118, Wayne Westerway and Mark Courtney. And fifth place to number 57, Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield. And no other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute 21 and 2/5 seconds, an average speed of 49.5 miles per hour. On the line then for race 25. On the line for race 25, we look for Lee Jones, we look for Matt Tyrrell, we look for Ryan Partridge, Alfie Pern, Trevor Colvin, and I don't know, we might have Paul Johnson. Or we might not. We do have Paul Johnson, I can see him through binoculars, or through Pete's binoculars. Trevor Colvin on the inside. Paul Johnson, and away they go down the first straight. Oh, it's difficult trying to watch them through these binoculars. Into the first turn then. Get those binoculars off my nose, I might be able to see who's who. 69, Matt Tyrrell it is that leads. The Partridge boys had a good start. Paul Johnson moves up in a second. Trevor Colvin, he's in third at the moment. He's going for it. Oh, absolutely flying and out there and going for it. In the loose stuff, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates from Cornwall. And Paul Johnson from Romford with Darren Wills in second place there. Then it's Trevor Colvin. Had 2 wins to his credit so far this afternoon. Not looking like taking a third there. But he's got good points. He can probably rest on his laurels a little. Not too much, just a little. Round they come then. It is 69, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates from Paul Johnson and Darren Wills, from Trevor Colvin, from Alfie Pern on the Ducati in fourth, Ryan Partridge in fifth, and our reserve Phil Sims and Mark Truscott bringing up the rear. Out comes the checkered flag. 69, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates take another win, from Paul Johnson in second, then Trevor Colvin, Alfie Pern, the Partridge boys, Phil Sims and Mark Truscott on the SGM Yamaha bringing up the rear. It's 25, the sidecars are 1000cc right-handers, a win for number 69, Matt Tyrrell and Sean Yates. In second place was number 7, Paul Johnson and Darren Wills. In third place was number 99, Trevor Colvin and Terry Saunders. In fourth place was number 14, Alfie and Terry Pern on that 916 Ducati. In fifth place it was number 514, Ryan and Gavin Partridge. And in sixth place it was number 8, which of course was Phil Sims and Mark Truscott. The winner's time was 1 minute 21 and 4/5 seconds, a speed of 49.3 miles per hour. These are the left-hand sidecars, leg 1, sponsored by Terry Bird. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark, the Maidstone ace, leads Fred Kinchin. And I don't know who's on with Fred this afternoon. It was Mike or somebody last week. I never did get to know his surname. Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. Fred making a bit of a move there in second place. In front is Graham Hilton on a V-twin Godden, a very fast V-twin 1000cc Godden. And in second place is a 625cc single cylinder. It's a bored out 500cc Speedway engine to 625cc's. Jawa manufacture, chasing hard in second place. So Graham Hilton leads, Fred Kinchin in second place. This race is sponsored by Terry Bird and is in honour of Ben Kinchin, who died here 1 year ago today after doing a practice on that very machine. His son has brought it out in his honour, and he is challenging Graham Hilton hard now as they come up that hill towards the last lap flag. It's very, very close stuff indeed as Fred Kinchin takes the lead. Fred Kinchin goes for it. Graham Hilton losing the sight of it there just for a moment, but I'm sure he'll battle back on this last lap. It is Fred Kinchin leading now from Graham Hilton and Colin Clark in second place. Fred takes the wide line, keeps the revs up. Important to keep these little singles a-humming, you know. Haven't got all that grunt of that 1000cc V-twin. Let the motor go off song and you lose it. He's coming up and he's going to win it. Fred Kinchin and Michael take the first one over Graham Hilton and Colin Clark in second place. Sometimes known as Gary and Jason Hilliard. And in second place, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. No other finishers. The winner's time was 1 minute, 53 1/5 seconds, a speed of 41.2 miles per hour. Here come the 500cc solos, and Dave Rumsey leads the pack into the first turn. He's got the bit between his teeth in this one. He slides a little wide in that corner. He picks up a lot of grip in that loose dirt, and away he goes. It's Dave Rumsey that leads into that next turn. Scorching round that corner, we do have number 10, Dave Rumsey, number 51, Rob Fortune in second place, then Dave Durham, then Neil Perrone. Having a bit better ride this time. Oh, look at Dave Durham going through on the inside there. They chase up that back straight. Round the turn, down the dip, up the hill, here they come. It is 10, Dave Rumsey with half the race done. From Dave Durham, from Rob Fortune, Neil Perrone. Now 711 is actually 114. 114 has borrowed 711's machines. Dyfed Evans on that 711 bike. Must open this cover too. 10, Dave Rumsey on the last lap now from Dave Durham in second place. Then it's 51. Rob Fortune. Then 39. Ben Wells. I've read a bit about him on the internet, you know, and he seems to go very well. But he's losing a bit of ground over there at the moment, as I say that. I always jinx people when I talk about him. A lot of talk about that young man on the internet. Number 10, Dave Rumsey takes the win. Dave Durham very happy with his second place. Then it's 51, Rob Fortune. Then Ben Wells, Dyfed Evans, Neil Perrone. Race 27, the 500cc solos, a win for number 10, Dave Rumsey. Second place, number 47, Dave Durham. Third place, number 51, Rob Fortune. And fourth place, number 39, young Ben Wells. Fifth place was number 114, Dyfed Evans. And sixth place, number 17, Neil Perrone. No other finishers. The winner's time 1 minute 28 1/5 seconds, a speed of 52.9 miles per hour. From the top, 10, 47, 51, 39, 114, 17, 1 minute 28 1/5 seconds, a speed of 52.9 miles per hour. Can you put that flag back up? You know, he's not going to need that. Down comes the air ambulance. Riders are on the line. So, not sure if we're going to get this race or not. To the air ambulance. Cause. Here they come off the start line. A cracking start down there as they come up that hill and away. 139 Dave Mears goes into the first turn first. But there's two very fast riders coming around the outside of him. Can they? Can't they? Will they? Won't they? One has, one hasn't, and the other one's coming up on the inside, and through they go. I think that's Daniel Winterton in second place, David Mears in third place, and who's that leading at the moment? It's Jamie Rogers. Jamie Rogers leading from Daniel Winterton, from Dave Mears, from Mark Chilman, from Bob Dolman, from Sean Bickley. Absolutely brilliant racing conditions at the moment. A little bit of dust just lifting, but not enough to do any harm at all. So round they come. The upstairs watering system came good yet again, and up the hill they come. It's 71. It is Jamie Rogers. From 112, Daniel Winterton, from Dave Mears, from Mark Shulman, from Bob Dolman, from Sean Bickley, from John Yeldham, from Simon Ashworth, SDA 21. Internet well worth looking at for Grass Track, the modern way of advertising. 71, it is Jamie Rogers with 1 lap left to go as he looks over his shoulder and sees the safe cap back to that man from Cheshire, Daniel Winterton. Then it's Mark Chilman, having a good ride here this afternoon, and then it's Dave Mears, then it's Bob Dolman, who I must admit I thought would have been a little further up the field. Up the hill they come then. Out goes the checkered flag, a win for Jamie Rogers. One of the youngest men on the track this afternoon, from Daniel Winston, from Mark Shulman, from Dave Mears, from Bob Dolman, from 46 John Yeldham, from 45 Sean Bickley, and 21. Race 28, a win for number 71, Jamie Rogers. Second place to 112, Daniel Winterton. Third place to number 58, Mark Chilman. Fourth place, 139, Dave Mears. Fifth place, number 16, Bob Dolman. And sixth place, number 46, John Yeldham. Seventh place, number 45, Sean Bickley. Eighth place, number 21, Simon Ashworth. The winner's time was 1 minute 30 and 1/5 seconds, giving an average speed of 51.7 miles per hour.